North Carolina, like Virginia, has closed all K-12 public schools through at least March 30th.
It is part of an executive order, all in an effort to slow the spread of COVID-19. Joining us right now is North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest, talking about what the state is doing. Lieutenant Governor, what is the state's response right now with schools closed?
Well, this is day one, Barbara and Todd, and this is nothing like a crisis to prepare for a crisis, so to speak. So these next 2 days, our teachers are preparing for what's coming ahead. These are teacher work days. Sometimes these students, parents need to get back in school and pick things up and pick up medication, but the teachers also need to plan. But I can say that from a technological standpoint, North Carolina is in really good shape. We're probably further along than any other state in the nation right now because of really a decade of really hard work to get technology in the classrooms, but also prepare our students for a technological world.
All right, Lieutenant Governor Forest, one question I have. I know Virginia has its SOLs, and from what I understand, North Carolina has its EO3 and EOG testing. How do you stay on track for that, knowing that we don't know what the outcome or how long this is going to last?
Well, there's certainly technologies in place to help deliver tests and those kinds of things. We hope we don't have to get that far, but plans are being made for that. I haven't always been the biggest fan of the EOG for a lot of reasons, but that's neither here nor there for this conversation. But I would say that, technologically, there are companies like Google and others that are working to make sure that tools are available to our school districts all across North Carolina to make sure they're prepared for such things. But from a standard teaching perspective, we are well along the way already. Some of our counties, some of our smaller counties like Transylvania out in the mountains of North Carolina has one-to-one devices in all the students' hands. They prepared for snowstorms before. They're ready to go. Big counties like Mecklenburg, where Charlotte is located, or Wake, they have much more larger scale kinds of challenges technologically, but they're ready as well. The teachers are ready. The students have been doing digital learning for a long time now. And so I'd say that this is going to be a great test for us. I think the biggest challenge we have is some students that don't have one-to-one devices. There are still some out there. And then the last mile connectivity. So broadband to the homes, mostly in rural or more poor urban situations.
Let's hope that happens sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. And Lieutenant Governor, obviously a big concern will be for those high school seniors who are looking to graduate this year. What's being done to make sure that they stay on track to meet all those requirements?
Well, we hope that right now the transition will be a short one where they're going home and they're learning at home like they normally would. But in case of a longer situation in North Carolina, the North Carolina virtual school system, virtual public school, is an online school that already operates. They have a capacity for about 100,000 students. We have about 125,000, I think, seniors graduating this year, somewhere around that number. And they can actually handle that capacity. So in worst case scenario, our seniors could transition over to the North Carolina virtual public school and actually graduate through that system right now. They have the capacity to do that. I'm sure there'll be some hiccups along the way, but there is a plan in place for that.
All right, Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest from North Carolina, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for all you're doing.